Psychology of Doomscrolling. Why we can't look away. Why are you still scrolling? Be honest, how many times have you told yourself, just 5 more minutes, and then suddenly, it's 2 a.m., your eyes are dry, your thumbs are sore, and you're somehow on your 7th article about a jellyfish invasion in the Arctic? You don't even like jellyfish, and yet you kept scrolling. Why? What is this dark digital gravity that pulls us deeper and deeper into the feed, even when we know it's making us anxious, sad, or just plain numb? Welcome to doom scrolling, a perfectly named, weirdly comforting habit where we feed our brains. A steady diet of anxiety-flavored chaos, and love it. But why do we do it? And more importantly, why can't we stop? What exactly is doom scrolling? First, let's define our enemy. Doom scrolling is the act of endlessly scrolling through bad news, disasters, and soul shriveling. Headlines usually on social media long past the point of it being informative or healthy. It's that deliciously terrible moment when you're no longer looking for information. You're looking to feel something, or maybe you're trying to feel nothing at all. It's like eating chips, even though you're full, except instead of chips, it's existential dread. And instead of being full, you're emotionally dehydrated. This term really took off during the pandemic, shocker, when people were trapped inside with too much Wi-Fi and not enough serotonin. But the habit existed way before that, it just didn't. Have a cool goth name, your brain on crisis. Let's get scientific for a second. Your brain was not built for 24/7 global crisis mode. It evolved to deal with saber-toothed tigers, bad weather, and maybe the occasional tribe drama, not simultaneous earthquakes, wildfires, political meltdowns, celebrity scandals, and whatever that thing was with the IKEA monkey. The problem is that your brain's threat detection system, aka your amygdala, is always on high. Alert. It's scanning for danger like a tiny internal smoke detector with anxiety issues. When you see bad news, your brain says, uh-oh, something's wrong. Better pay attention. And when you keep feeding it more bad news, it thinks it's helping. The amygdala doesn't care that you're safe on your couch. It reacts like a caveman staring at a bear. And because your brain wants to keep you alive, it encourages you to keep scanning the digital horizon for more signs of doom. It's basically emotional clickbait, the dopamine disaster loop. But wait, you say, if it makes me feel awful, why do I keep doing it? One word, dopamine. See, every time you scroll and see something new, especially something shocking, your brain gives you a little hit of dopamine. That's the chemical responsible for pleasure, reward, and terrible decisions on Amazon at 3 a.m. It's the same chemical loop that makes slot machines addictive. You pull the lever or scroll your feed, not knowing what you'll get. Sometimes it's something scary, sometimes it's surprising, sometimes it's a meme that somehow makes you snort, laugh, and cry at the same time. But every scroll is a mystery, and your brain loves mysteries. The result? A loop that looks like this. Scroll. Bad news, tiny dopamine hit, anxiety spike, scroll again to soothe it. More bad news, repeat until you die inside. Sound familiar? Why negativity wins online. Let's talk about the algorithm, the digital puppet master that decides what you see. Spoiler alert, it's not your mom. Social media platforms are designed to keep you engaged, and nothing engages people more than strong emotion, especially fear, anger, or outrage. You're more likely to share a post that makes you furious than one that makes you mildly interested in economic policy. Studies show negative content spreads faster than positive content. It gets more clicks, more reactions, more comments, and more time spent on the platform. And to the algorithm, attention, success. So what do you get served? Exactly what upsets you the most. It's like having a personal assistant who only brings you the news that will ruin your day. Doom scrolling is a form of self-punishment. This one's deeper. Some psychologists suggest doom scrolling can be a form of self-punishment. When we feel guilt, shame, or helplessness, we subconsciously seek out content that reinforces those feelings. It's like our brains are saying, you feel bad? Let's make it worse, because part of us thinks we deserve it, or that it'll motivate us to do something, or that suffering means we care. But here's the truth. Suffering does not equal caring. Punishing yourself with headlines doesn't help anyone. It just makes you too burned out to act. Okay, so how do we stop? First, accept that this isn't just about having willpower. You're not weak, you're wired this way. These platforms are designed to hijack your attention, and they're very good at it. But there are ways to push back. Start by setting a doom scrolling timer. Literally give yourself 10 minutes to check the news, then put the phone down. Use tools that limit app usage or Grayscale your screen to make it less appealing. Stop letting the apocalypse win. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Doom scrolling doesn't prepare you. It doesn't protect you. It doesn't make you smarter or more compassionate. It just makes you exhausted, anxious, and convinced that everything is terrible forever. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to feed the algorithm your fear. You don't have to accept misery as your bedtime snack. You can choose what you consume, and that means you can choose how you feel. Unplug the panic machine. If this script struck a nerve, do yourself a favor. Pause your scroll, close the app, and take a breath. Go outside, read a book, pet a dog, or stare into space like a Victorian ghost if that's your vibe. If this helped you snap out of your scroll coma, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't make me doom scroll your feed looking for it. Subscribe for more brainy breakdowns and drop a comment below if you've ever found yourself 47 tabs deep into the end of the world. We've all been there.